Hi friends, this is Girish again here at Chuck James Music School, and today on our lesson today we're going to be talking about one of the toughest but most important things for people to learn: bar chords. Students of all ages have such a hard time with bar chords because they're just uncomfortable to play. You require a certain amount of musculature and strength. And a lot of times we start at the wrong place. Sometimes we start trying to do bar chords down at the first fret where there's more tension because of the proximity to the nut. And then also we squeeze too much. We might use the wrong muscles or too much of certain muscles. So I'm going to show you some ways to do bar chords in ways that will be a little bit healthier and easier to work up to. Just like anything with guitar or any instrument, these things take practice, and it's always good to stretch and take breaks so that you keep yourself healthy and able to play music for the rest of your life. All right, let's play some bar chords. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the 7th fret instead of the 1st fret, because the 7th fret is less tension. It's going to be easier for us to practice up here and get used to playing these chords and develop our muscles a little bit more so that we can eventually go down to play that F major chord that everybody wants to play at the 1st fret. So the first thing we're going to do some preliminary exercises just to strengthen our fingers and our hands, to see which muscles we're using in our body, and also to develop a little bit of awareness with our first finger, our bar finger, to make sure that we can play our bar chords with the most ease. So we're going to put our first finger over the entire fretboard, but not squeezing down, just touching the strings, and play each individual string by itself and only squeeze down or only apply pressure on the place where you are playing the string. So not on all of the strings at the same time, like this. I'm only applying pressure on my 6th string, and then I'm only applying pressure on the 5th string. Same, the 4th and the 3rd, and then the 2nd, and then the 1st. What this does is helps me to understand where I need to put pressure from my fingers. This is also a good way to develop some strength. The other thing is we need to figure out where are we bringing this pressure from. So there's 3 different places that we bring pressure down onto the fretboard from. One of them is a squeezing motion between our thumb and our finger. Another one is actually pulling back with our arm perpendicular to the fretboard or the neck. And then another one is using the weight of our arm and gravity to hold down the bar chord with a downward pull. It's not even a pull, it's really just the weight of gravity pulling my arm down. If we distribute the pressure between those 3 different types of motions, then we won't come into a situation where we'll be squeezing so much that we feel that familiar kind of fatigue in our thumb right here, or other types of pain. Now that I've done these preliminary exercises, I'm going to go ahead and hold down the entire bar chord. I want to make sure that my finger is as close to the fret as possible without being on top of the fret. Now sometimes this takes some practice. So practice, try it. If it starts to get a little bit tired or fatigued, or even if you feel in a little bit of pain, stop, give yourself a break, take a rest, and come back to it. Frequent practice, especially daily practice, is the best way to develop the muscles to do bar chords. And the more you do it, the more comfortable your hand will feel with it, and the more comfortable your hand will feel with noticing where you're applying pressure and how it's coming. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add other fingers in. Like I'm going to add my 2nd finger, my 3rd finger, and my 4th finger. So I'm playing a B major chord. Now, what I'm doing also that you're not going to be able to see is now that I'm holding down these fingers on these frets, my third finger on the 9th fret, my fourth finger on the 9th fret, and my second finger on the 8th fret, I only need to apply pressure on my first finger to the 6th string, and then to the 2nd and the 1st string. I can kind of let up the pressure on my other strings. So that helps me to not be as fatigued, and I can use less pressure. It's always better to do more by doing less, or actually try to relax more when you're playing guitar or any of these instruments. So that's how we do bar chords. So that's how we play bar chords. And if you want to learn more about playing chords, bar chords, or anything about fingerstyle guitar, come see me at Chuck James Music School. This is Girish. Thank you.